Hi, this is Gene from Culinary Episodes. Today we're going to be making for you a classic lasagna. Basically, it's going to consist of a bolognese type sauce with ricotta cheese, which is basically sauteed bulk sausage, ground beef, canned tomatoes, and ricotta, and garlic, basil, salt, a little bit of cream, pepper, and olive oil. And then basically what we got here is just some hard cooked, we didn't cook them all the way, pasta sheets, and we're going to layer a lasagna for you, show you how it's done. First thing we're going to start by doing is sauteing our onions and garlic and a little bit of olive oil. Add a little salt and pepper. Basically, trying to cook those until they're a little soft, and then we're going to add our ground sausage. Now that our onions and garlic is cooked down a little bit to this nice kind of translucent consistency almost here, we're going to add our ground sausage here. This is regular brown sweet sausage. You can find it in pretty much any supermarket. And if they don't have it, you can just buy regular sausage and break it down. Basically, you want to kind of just brown this. Get all the flavors kind of going together, break it up. Kind of just get a nice good brown on all sides and all the meat. And I will add a little pepper here, but I'm not going to add any more salt at this point because the sausage is salty, so I really need it right at this moment in time. Alright, we're just going to cook this down until it's browned down, and then we'll show you what to do next. See, now we got our meat is all brown there. We got a lot of excess fat. We kind of want to discard that because it's going to add liquid to the sauce, which you don't really want with the lasagna, so get rid of that juice there. It's good. Alright, now at this point I'm going to add heavy cream. What this is going to do is actually help to break down the enzymes in the meat and make them a little more tender and soft. So basically we're just going to cook this for a minute or two like this, let the cream reduce out, and then we'll add our tomatoes. Alright, now that we got our creams pretty much reduced out, we're going to add our tomatoes now. You don't want this to be too wet of a sauce. You want it almost to be like a ragu of types. Kind of just get all that incorporated together. That's a pretty good consistency. We are going to add our cheese, so it's going to take a lot of rules. Add fresh herbs at the end, but when it comes to making a sauce, I like to put the basil in and cook it for a little bit. I feel like it brings out a little more flavor in a sauce like this. And after we simmer this for about 10 minutes or so, we're going to throw our ricotta in. We're going to add ricotta cheese to this. Now you kind of want this to be a pretty thick consistency, and you want it to develop like a pinkish color. Now this is a pretty good example of what we want, what we're looking for. It is a little wet right now. I would like it to be a little tighter, so we will actually reduce this just a tiny bit more to kind of get it to where it's like more meat than sauce for the most part, something like that. And that's how we'll just let this reduce for another few minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll lay our lasagna. And we got our sauce here ready to go. We got our noodles, we got our mozzarella, we got our parmesan, we got a little bit of olive oil. We're going to start by oiling this pan here with a paper towel. You don't want too much, but you want to oil the sides and the bottom. Get it all in there. Touch it, make sure you got enough, you got all spots. And now how we're going to start this is by taking the best noodles you got. These are basically just standard lasagna noodles. And you're going to kind of lie them, up and down like this, and you kind of want to line the sides like so. kind of make like a boat, I guess you would kind of do, like so. You want to overlap them just a tiny bit. With a slotted spoon, we want to get rid of as much liquid as we can and just keep a little bit of tomatoes and the meat mixture. I'm going to start to kind of just get it in there. All around. Make sure you lift these flaps up. Yeah, you don't want too much, but you don't want too little. Alright, and then we're gonna add a little mozzarella. Sprinkle of Parmesan. I'm gonna go another level of noodles. This time I'm gonna go horizontally. Overlapping, go up another layer of the mixture here. Roll around there like so. Another layer of mozz. Parmesan, try to get everything in the corners there. And that's basically it. We'll repeat this process until we get to the top, and then we'll show you what we do at the top. Finish it off with a nice layer of mixture here. Get it all over there. Roll in, and then a pretty nice layer of cheese. Nice and even. And then the rest of the Parmesan over the top. And that's basically it. We're going to throw this beauty into a 325 degree oven. About 40 minutes. We took our lasagna here out of the oven and we let it rest for about a good 10 to 15 minutes just to kind of let it all come together. And here you go. That's what it kind of wants to look like. It's got a nice crust there. It's a little brown. It's not too burnt up though. And basically to plate it, just take a little of our mixture that we had from leftover. Kind of just put a little dollop right in the center there. Now this can be tricky getting slices out. We're just going to start kind of score with the regular type of knife here. Kind of go around the back the same way, but you know, try not to cut through these pans. If you're using one of these turkey tins, they are very fragile. Alright, now we'll just kind of take our spatula, finish the process. And with a little bit of luck, we'll get in there, and she'll come out evenly in a nice layer. And there you have it. Now we could take a little bit of sauce here, just not much, just a little. Kind of let it just kind of drool down the side. A little sprig of basil. And that's pretty much all she wrote. You know, we've been doing a lot of eclectic type dishes, and basically we wanted to do something family style with the holiday season coming up. This is a perfect dish to bring over Christmas Eve to your family's house or Christmas Day, whatever you want to do. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for joining us. Have a nice